Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation today is Maj Mahalla Panjava, and this is the 36th of 39 Ashtapadis. And this composition is a little unusual in that one, it consists of 9 verses and is in 3 parts. And it is a series of questions followed by answers. The first 4 verses together ask in short form what amount to 24 questions, and then the subsequent verses answer those questions in the same sequence. And the 9th verse then provides the essence of the discussion. What we are going to do is actually read the Ashtapadi for ease of understanding the sequence in a different way. We are going to take the first set of questions in section 1, followed by section 5, which responds to the questions in section 1, and then we'll go to section 2, followed by section 6, 3, 7, and so on. So we are just taking some liberties here so that we can understand the passage a little easier. So here it goes. Maj Mahalla Panjava, Kaun so Mukta, Kaun so Jugta, Kaun so Gyani, Kaun so Pukta, Kaun so Girhi, Kaun Udasi, Kaun so कीमत पाए जियो. And the response from section 5. Gurmukh Mukta, Gurmukh Jugta, Gurmukh Gyani, Gurmukh Pakta, Tan Girhi Udasi, Gurmukh, Gurmukh कीमत पाए जियो. And now the second series of questions. Kin bid bada, kin bid chuta, kin bid yavan javan tuta, kaun karam, kaun neh karma, kaun so kahe kahaye jiyo. Haume bada gurmukh chuta, gurmukh yavan javan tuta, Gurmukh karma, Gurmukh neh karma, Gurmukh kare so subhaye jiyo. Kaun so sukhiya, kaun so dukhiya, kaun so sanmukh, kaun ve mukhiya, kin bid miliye, kin bid bichhde, eh bid kaun pragataye jiyo. And the response, Gurmukh sukhiya, manmukh dukhiya, Gurmukh sanmukh, manmukh ve mukhiya, Gurmukh miliye, manmukh vichhda, Gurmukh bid pragataye jiyo. And the last set of questions, Kaun so akkar jit tavat rehta, Kaun upadesh jit dukh sukh sam sehta, Kaun so chal jit par brahm ਧਿਆਏ, kin bid kirtan gaye jiyo. Gurmukh akkar jit tavat rehta, Gurmukh upadesh dukh sukh sam sehta, Gurmukh chal jit par brahm ਧਿਆਏ, Gurmukh kirtan gaye jiyo. And the essence, Sagli banat banai ape, ape kare karaye thape, ekas te hoyo ananta, Nanak ekas mahe samaye jiyo. And now let's consider the questions. Now, these are fundamental questions and possibly cannot be mulled over during the course of this podcast, which allows us only 10 to 15 minutes. So what we will do is just read the translation to raise the questions and the quick answers for us to reflect on. So the first set of questions in English is, Kaun sa Mukta Kaun sa Jugta. Who is free? Who is yoked to the self, meaning the Har self? Who is possessed of knowledge? Who is the discourser? Who is the householder? Who the renunciate? Who fathoms the worth of human life? The response in all of these is the Gurmukh, the one who follows the wisdom of the Gur, the enlightener. That one is free. The Gurmukh has found the way. The Gurmukh is possessed of self-knowledge. The Gurmukh becomes the speaker, meaning the embodiment of Gurbani. The Gurmukh is blessed as a householder or renunciate. The Gurmukh knows the value of self-realization. Through what injunction is the self in bondage? Through what method does it find release? How is the cycle of coming and going broken? Who is bound by actions? Who is free? Who is the one who is free? How may binds the self, the ego? The wisdom of the enlightener frees. Through the wisdom is the cycle of coming and going broken. Through wisdom are the right actions chosen. Through wisdom one acts selflessly. The Gurmukh acts out of intuitive awareness. The third set of questions: who is in harmony with Hukam? Who is unhappy, out of step? Who is Gur-guided? And who turns away? Through what prescription is the self found? How did separation from the self come about in the first place? Who can show the way to union with the self? And the response: the Gurmukh is in harmony, the Manmukh out of step. The Gurmukh is Gur-guided, the Manmukh stands apart. In other words, follows its own mind. True Gur wisdom is the separation of the ego overcome. True Gur wisdom is the method made manifest. What then is the word which will still the mind? What is the instruction which will give the mind equanimity? What the movement? In other words, what is the lifestyle that turns the attention to the self? What is the method to sing praise to the self? The last set of answers to these questions are: Gur wisdom is the guidance. It is the word that will stop the mind from wavering. Gur wisdom is the instruction that brings poise to the mind. Being Gur-guided is the movement, the lifestyle that turns the attention to the self. Sing the praise of the self. In other words, emulate the self through Gur wisdom. And the essence of the entire passage is Sagli banat banai appe, appe kare karaye thappe. Ekas te hoyo ananta nanak ekas mahe samaye jiyo. The construction of the whole cosmos, Sagli banat, was caused by the Creator Self. Banai appe. The Creator Self creates. The Creator Self causes the activity. The Creator Self enables performance. The Creator Self becomes the many from the one. And Nanak concludes, everything, all diversity is subsumed in the one, the Creator Self. Those are some thoughts to think about. Those are some very fundamental, basic questions that Gurbani deals with and that we all, in fact, feel. Mull over them, reflect over them, and during the course of our a-sabad-a-day, the hope is that we will be able to find some answers. On that note, until the next time, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।